It's early spring in the Plains States, and of course the weather has thrown us a real curveball with things like blizzard warnings in the Panhandle, freezing rain, ice, all the kinds of conditions that really make gardeners sort of sit up and take notice. One of the things we want to talk about today, however, is planting the early season crops, how to do that, and as importantly, how to protect what you already might have in the ground. So let's start with talking about what the cool season crops might consist of. People are usually pretty familiar with pansies, but another one of the early season flowers is sweet alyssum. Comes in a whole bunch of different colors, most of them the pinks, the purples, the whites. Incredibly fragrant and really capable of withstanding pretty cool temperatures, as are the pansies. The kicker with all of the plants, however, that come out of a greenhouse in great 6-packs or 4-packs like this broccoli, is you need to make sure you harden them off before you move them immediately from the greenhouse outside. The past weekend was great. It was really warm. A lot of plants in the greenhouses stretched. And if you think about it, what happened is they were used to 72, 75 degree weather, and all of a sudden it's freezing conditions. So you can plant spinach, lettuce, radishes, broccoli, cauliflower, all of the things, the cold crops or cold crops that will take those cold conditions, but you do have to harden them off. The other thing you can do, and this is really important in the conditions that we have, is you can protect plants that are already in the ground. We have some examples in the Backyard Farmer Garden of simply using welded wire mesh from concrete reinforcing, covering it with remay or fabric. The seeds in the square foot garden are already in there right now. Other methods of protecting plants during the freeze are milk jugs, walls of water, anything that will help protect those plants from freezing conditions and the wind. That's particularly important if you have plants that are not frost tolerant. We've seen some marigolds and some container plants outside because they were available in the nurseries. Those are things that are absolutely not going to survive these conditions. So make sure you know whether your plants are capable of withstanding the cold conditions, and make sure you also give them the protection they need in the late season freeze or the winter kinds of conditions that we have coming up in the next week or so.